The story opens in the western Pacific Ocean, where the Amphitrite, a marine conservation patrol ship, is chasing a fishing boat caught doing illegal work. The ship is nearly 600 miles from the coast, and its entire crew is female. The captain, Gwen, is on board with her sister, Dana, along with 2 engineers, Rusty and Kat, a tech specialist named Sparks, a medical student, Michelle, and an ichthyologist, Erica. The Amphitrite is pushed to full speed, overheating its engines while the engineers beg Gwen to slow down. Before the fishing boat can escape, Dana fires a tracking device designed by Sparks and manages to hit the target, allowing the team to follow it. But right after that success, the ship's engine gives out completely. Things get stranger when the fishing crew fires shots at them. Inside the ship, Erica is struggling with seasickness while Michelle helps her, giving us a glimpse into their personalities and the crew's dynamics. The engine needs time to restart, and while Rusty and Kat work on repairs, the crew learns a massive storm is moving straight toward them. With the ship completely stalled, they can't avoid it. Soon, thick fog surrounds the Amphitrite as evening falls. Erica thinks she spots someone in the freezing water and alerts the crew. Surviving here is nearly impossible, but Dana insists on checking. She takes Erica and Michelle in a lifeboat while the engineers try to restore power for the searchlights. While scanning the dark water, Erica slips in but is pulled out quickly. Then they find an unconscious man drifting on a small raft and bring him aboard. He's shaking violently and barely alive. Before Michelle can treat him, he suddenly grabs her and whispers something into her ear. The others restrain him, and at that moment, the ship's engine finally comes back online, letting Gwen move forward. But the stranger turns violent again. He grabs scissors from Michelle and stabs Rusty's hand before escaping. The crew is shocked. No one should survive water this cold, especially 600 miles from land with no nearby ships detected. He doesn't seem linked to the fishing boat they were chasing. They search the ship until Rusty confronts him and ends the threat with a knife. Everyone is shaken, and on the bridge, they learn he had injured the captain too. Rusty feels no regret because of how dangerous he was. The crew gathers, trying to understand how he survived and why he attacked them. Erica suggests he may have lost his sanity completely. Michelle tells the crew that when she tried treating the stranger, he whispered for her to end him and even end herself, shocking everyone. Right then, the ship's engine dies again. Dana notices the stranger's body is missing, adding to the fear. With a dangerous storm approaching, a dead engine could sink the ship, so repairs become urgent. The group heads to the engine room. Dana searches the ship for the stranger, while Rusty, Kat, and Sparks work on the engine. They hear noises, and Sparks suddenly disappears. When the lights return, they see the engine has been badly sabotaged, which will take a long time to fix. Rusty and Kat are stunned that someone deliberately caused the damage. Dana joins them, still unable to find the stranger upstairs, but now Sparks is missing. They move forward and find Sparks waking up, confused about what happened. The stranger attacks again, and this time the group stops him for good when Rusty fires a shot. Michelle examines the body and finds strange markings, like symptoms of an illness. She warns everyone not to touch him, but Rusty angrily reminds her they already did, especially earlier when trying to control him. Hearing this, Kat panics, grabs Rusty's gun, and runs toward the lifeboat to escape. Rusty, Dana, and the others stop her, explaining the shore is 600 miles away and the lifeboat would run out of fuel. She would never survive. Kat finally calms down, still terrified. They make another disturbing discovery. Sparks has the same marks on his hand as the stranger, but he hid it. This confirms the man carried a contagious infection. Rusty convinces Kat to keep helping with the engine, since everyone's survival depends on it. Dana sends Sparks to the radio room to call for help, then asks Michelle what to do next. Erica says they must perform an autopsy because if the infection is real, they need to understand how it affects the body. The crew wants to get rid of the body, but Erica insists they need answers. They must know what disease or virus kept the man alive. Michelle says she isn't fully trained because she left med school early, but Erica promises to guide her step by step. Michelle agrees, puts on a mask, and they start the autopsy. Sparks keeps trying to reach someone on the radio, but no one responds. Dana and Gwen support each other, while Rusty and Kat continue fixing the engine. Michelle then calls Dana down. They found the stranger's phone, and she also sends Sparks' camera, which recorded the man's earlier treatment. They hope it holds clues. Dana gives the phone to Sparks and tells him to wear gloves, but she doesn't care. She's already infected. During the autopsy, Michelle and Erica notice the infection marks are all at equal distances, something normal infections never do. Everything about it is strange, so they decide to examine his organs, hoping the autopsy will reveal what they're dealing with. When they opened the man's body, Michelle and Erica were shocked to see every organ except the heart had rotted away. They broke open the rib cage to inspect the heart and noticed something moving beside it, a small creature attached to it. The sight made Michelle panic. She struggled to breathe and tried to remove her mask, but Erica stopped her to prevent infection and quickly pulled her out. From outside, they saw a creature crawl out of the man's mouth, drop to the floor, and die, as if it had survived only because of the host. It was clearly a parasite, and both were terrified. Meanwhile, Rusty and Kat kept working on the engine. Kat heard Rusty choking and rushed over, but Rusty had vanished. A little later, Dana came to start the generator because neither engineer responded and the ship had lost power again. She fueled the generator, turned it on, and called for them, but there was no answer. Feeling something was wrong, she went straight to the bridge. There, she found Gwen aiming a gun at Sparks after seeing the marks on her hand. Gwen was furious Sparks hit it. Sparks, crying, insisted she was fine, making Gwen angrier. Erica calmed everyone and explained the marks were creature bites, not an infection. The parasite had fed on the man, kept him alive in the ocean, and waited for a new host. The small creature that died wasn't the one that made the marks, meaning the real parasite was still alive on the ship. Suddenly, someone tried to open the door. Gwen raised her gun, but Dana said it must be Rusty or Kat. Moments later, Rusty stumbled in, a creature attached to her body. Terrified, she collapsed unconscious on the floor. Everyone panics when Rusty collapses, but Dana steps forward to help her. Before she reaches her, the creature escapes through a pipe, and they quickly seal it. Rusty is still unconscious, and Gwen worries a smaller parasite may be inside her, just like the one found in the dead man, and that it might be the only thing keeping her alive. Sparks then shows videos from the stranger's phone. The last location points to the Mariana Trench, the deepest part of the ocean. The footage shows scientists working on something, and from their coats, they realize they belonged to an oil company, illegally drilling in a restricted, dangerous zone. In a place like that, finding a creature isn't a coincidence. The parasite must have attacked the man there, and even after drifting 200 miles, he was still alive when he reached their ship. Sparks also shows her camera footage, proving the creature had been inside him from the beginning. Erica explains that if they see it again, they must target its small tentacles, since that's how it stuns its victims. Suddenly, the ship begins to tilt. The storm is nearly on them, and the engine must be fixed. But Rusty is unconscious, and Kat is missing. They fear Kat may have been attacked too. Dana insists they must find her so she can help repair the engine. Michelle, terrified, refuses to go, but the others tell her they must overcome their fear or they won't survive. They're trapped between the violent storm, a failing ship, and a dangerous creature still somewhere on board. They all move forward together. Gwen grabs a flare gun from the lifeboat. Then they head back inside to search for Kat. But Michelle, terrified, refuses to risk her life and runs toward the control room. Dana follows her, only to see Michelle come face to face with the creature. She screams as it attaches to her, trying to tear it off. Dana reaches her, but before she can help, Michelle falls onto an iron rod and dies instantly. Dana rushes back and tells the others Michelle is dead, and they must find Kat. Then she spots the creature and shoots at it, but the bullets have no effect. The creature calmly pushes the bullets out of its body, proving guns are useless. Realizing the danger, they run outside and try to close the door, but rust has jammed it. The creature tries to grab Gwen, but she quickly locks the door from within, telling the others to run and save themselves, blaming herself for what happened. The creature attacks her, and Dana tries to open the door to save her sister, but Kat stops her, warning that opening it will put everyone in danger. They then understand Kat was the one who locked the door earlier, trying to trap the infection and keep it from spreading. Kat leads them to the engine room, but the ship suddenly tilts, giving Dana an opening to attack her. Furious, she fights Kat until Erica and Sparks separate them, reminding them the real threat is the creature. Kat then shows the engine and explains. Someone attacked her, and when she woke up, Rusty was beside her with the creature attached. After Rusty left, Kat focused entirely on fixing the engine. It was now almost ready, but they still needed to start it from the bridge, and the creature was still roaming. Since bullets were useless, Erica suggests using electricity. Sparks quickly builds an electric spear using a battery. Erica and Kat stay by the engine, while Sparks and Dana head to the bridge. In the corridor, they see Gwen running, and Dana chases her. Sparks tries to stop her, but Dana insists she saw Gwen alive. The storm worsens, the ship shakes violently, and they struggle to stay balanced. Dana starts the engine while Sparks is knocked unconscious after hitting a wall. Despite the chaos, Dana gets the engine running and switches the ship to autopilot. Relieved, she turns around and finds Gwen behind her, grabbing her throat. Dana realizes the creature has taken control of her, though Gwen's eyes show she's still partly conscious. With her last strength, Gwen tells Dana the creature must die, then throws herself onto the electric spear, sacrificing herself to kill it. The creature fell from Gwen's body, and seeing it lifeless, Sparks said Gwen had saved them. But the creature was still alive and suddenly latched onto Sparks' face. Dana quickly pulled it off and threw it aside, but Sparks panicked. She tried burning it with fire, yet the creature wrapped its tentacles around her, setting Sparks herself on fire. Knowing she couldn't survive, she told Dana to run, and then jumped into the water with the creature. Dana rushed to the edge and saw the creature still alive, climbing back up. Horrified, she ran to the others and, in shock, told them Gwen and Sparks were gone. Dana then made a hard decision. She said the creature couldn't be killed, and if they returned to populated areas, it would spread and endanger countless lives. Maybe that was why the stranger had tried to sabotage their engine, to stop the creature from reaching land. Dana argued the only way to stop it was to let the ship sink, sacrificing themselves to save everyone else. Erica agreed, but Kat refused. She demanded to know what guarantee they had that the creature would die with them. It could easily feed on something else in the ocean and survive. Dana insisted sinking the ship gave them the best chance of destroying it. Kat called the idea foolish and tried stopping Dana from shutting down the engine. The ship shook violently and Erica was knocked unconscious. Kat then attacked Dana, gripping her throat. Dana fought back and shoved her, causing Kat's head to hit the ceiling hard. Kat died instantly. Dana, crying, moves toward the engine to shut it down, but Erica suddenly attacks her. She is now fully controlled by the creature. The creature understands their plan and tries to stop Dana. At that moment, Rusty arrives, having regained consciousness, and begins trying to destroy the engine herself. The creature releases Dana and goes after Rusty instead. One of its tentacles strikes her arm, killing her instantly, and then it turns back toward Dana and Erica. A moment later, the ship's lights go out. With the engine destroyed, the vessel loses balance in the storm and sinks beneath the waves. The scene shifts to Dana, floating in the water while clinging to a barrel. A small boat spots her and pulls her aboard. She wakes in panic and immediately checks her body, terrified the creature might still be attached. Seeing nothing, she thanks the men for saving her. But there is still a disturbing possibility. The creature may have left some small part of itself inside her. Maybe the only reason she survived the freezing water at all, since no human can stay alive long in such cold. The film ends on a sad, unsettling note, suggesting the parasitic creature may still be alive. And with that, the story comes to a close.